I think I lost my internet connection here. Hello friends, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. In this video, I will show you how you can create a Telegram chatbot and deploy the chatbot on Firebase functions and almost use it for free up to certain limit which Firebase function provides us. So let's get started. The things that you will need to follow this tutorial are: first, you need to have NodeJS installed on your system. Second, you need to have Firebase tool, which is a Firebase client to develop function, must be installed on your system. And this is the command for that, npm install, and this G flag stands for global. So anywhere from your terminal you can call Firebase tools, and you can read more about it here. If you have used Firebase tools, then it's okay, but if you are new to this Firebase tools, you need to first use this login functionality. Let me show you. Firebase space login, and when you do this, it will show at this point I have already logged in, so it will show the email address with which I am logged in. But if you are not, then it will redirect you to a browser, and then you can log in into the browser in order to log in into the Firebase tool npm package. Next, we will need NGROK in order to expose our public URL to internet while testing. So for testing purpose we need NGROK. So these are the things that you need in order to follow the tutorial. Now let's move forward to the next step. Is you must have a Firebase account, and in Firebase account you must create a new project. I have already created a project. Once you create the project, you need to modify your billing plan from Spark to Blaze, and when you do that, it will ask for credit card information. But don't worry, up to certain limit you are not going to be charged by Google, so don't worry about migrating from Spark to Blaze. Now we are ready to move to the development section, since we have installed Firebase tools. So let me go to the folder where I want to create this project. I will open terminal and I will open Visual Studio Code. First, we will use a command Firebase init functions. This will initialize an empty Firebase function into the directory. It will ask to select a project or create a new project. I will use existing project. You can use arrow key to move up and down. It will fetch all the list associated with the Google account you have registered with while using login. I'll use my project ID. It will ask for TypeScript or JavaScript. I will use JavaScript. It will ask to install ESLint. I'll not use it, but you can choose to use it, and it will again ask for if you want to install the initial packages. I'll say yes. So the initialization is complete. Let me clear the terminal. Now, in order to develop a Telegram chatbot and deploy it on Firebase function, we are going to use a package known as Telegraph. So let's first install that. For that, you need to move to the function directory. So I'll navigate to functions directory and then I'll write npm install Telegraph and I'll provide the flag save. Now let's move to the development function. Let me clear the screen of terminal. This is our functions folder, and inside functions folder we have index.js. Let me uncomment this. Okay, we don't need this. Now I have some starter code which I have developed, so I'll not write everything here, but I'll explain everything though. So this is the Telegraph package we installed, and this is the Telegram chatbot token. So in order to get the Telegram chatbot token, we go to Telegram and then search for bot father. Make sure you click on the bot father which has this blue circle with white tick. Click on start and then you can see there are many commands which you can use. I'll choose new bot. So it will ask for a name. I'll say YouTube demo. Let's say YouTube underscore demo underscore bot. Oh, the name is already taken. Let's say okay, so this is my bot, this is the link to my bot, and this is the token. This token is very sensitive information, so don't share it with anybody you don't trust, and don't worry, I will delete the bot once I finish recording of this video. So let me paste the token here. Let me save this. Now this is the constructor to initialize a bot from the Telegraph package. This is error handling mechanism. So in case any error happens, the bot will at least reply this string. Now this is a start command. So whenever someone new comes to the bot, the person will need to send a start command. So this is to handle start command, and on any message we receive, we will reply with this functionality. Now what we do is that we export this is the name of the function, and we export this function, and what we do whenever a request comes on this endpoint, we handle the request with the bot. So we need this sentence. This is just a logger in order to log the incoming request, and this is we need this line. This line tells the bot instance of the Telegram package to handle the request and send the response. Now in order to send the response, what we do, we return ctx dot reply, and there are many things we can do. We will just simply use reply, and we will say from Firebase functions. Now I'll do the same thing here. but instead let me first say from webhook, and then we see the parameters we receive using this context, and then we will format the reply. So we can use a command Firebase serve in order to run the Firebase function locally and test it. Meanwhile, let me navigate to the folder where I have NGROK file and let me run it. The command to start NGROK at particular port is this, and since our Firebase function is serving locally on 5000 port, I am using 5000 port. Now let me copy this. Let me just form the URL first. So this is the initial part, and the remaining part is from this. So this is the URL exposed using NGROK to our local server. Now, in order to use this URL, you need a function or a third party like Postman API testing mechanism, where you use this command, means you just hit this URL API telegram org, then bot followed by your API key. So my API key is this. Let me copy that. Followed by / set webhook ? And the parameter name is URL, and parameter is the URL we just have created. And let me show you. Here is a guide to set webhook. Okay, and it will be, yeah, it's here, set webhook. So this is the documentation to set the webhook. Okay, and if you are not familiar with Postman, I will attach this to my, let me create a folder, playground. Let me create a test.js file, and when you install a package Axios and run this file, just replace your endpoint here after the URL equal to sign, and you will set the webhook. The code used in this video will be on my GitHub, and the link for it is in the description of this video. So let me save this, and I'll use at this moment Postman to send a request and set my webhook. So let me send it. Okay, it says status okay, webhook is set. Now let me come here and let me talk to my bot. So as I said, when you start the bot for the first time, it will ask for a start command to be sent by the user. So let me click that. Okay, so the start command was received on our webhook or Firebase function, and it has sent a reply back from Firebase function. So this was the reply. Now what we can do, let me first console log the parameters we will get when we receive a new message on Firebase function. So let me say hello. Okay, it says from webhook. You can see these are the parameters we received. Okay, now it's a pretty parameters, but what we basically want is this message. So let me say message. Let me send one more message again. I think I lost my internet connection here because this message has not received on the webhook. This is very funny. Let me come back again when my internet restores. Welcome back, friends. My internet connection is restored now. Hopefully it will let me work. So if I say hello from my Telegram to the Telegram chatbot, we receive a message from webhook, and if we go back here, we can see what we receive in this context object, which has a message property. It has many things, out of which 2-3 things are very important. First, this ID, first name, last name, but it can be null or empty string depending upon the user who has provided the first name and last name to Telegram. The next thing we would like to know is the text which has been sent by the user. So that can be extracted by the property called text. I hope it's inside the message. Yeah, and let me extract context dot message dot it's from dot id. So this is the sender's ID and this is the text which has been sent by the user. So let us try it again. Let me send hello. So we have received, oh, I forgot to save this. Let me send the hello again. This time hopefully we receive, yeah, we receive the sender's ID and the text. So let me save this to a variable. Okay, and this to that chat ID, just in case this chat ID, in case you want to save it to some database or something. And let me just send back the text sent by the user. So let's just play around with this. Yeah, so we received the text, we just send. Now once we are satisfied with the functionality of the chatbot, what we can do, we can, I'll stop this, and what we can do, we can use a command Firebase Deploy in order to deploy the Firebase cloud function, and then we will have a public URL, and then we can use the public URL to set the webhook, and then our chatbot will be live. So let me finish this functionality and come back to you again. As you can see, the function is deployed successfully, and if I can go to my Firebase console and the project under function section, you can see the function is deployed successfully. And now I can copy the URL and I can provide the URL here, and I can hit send button and hopefully I'll get the response about the status of the webhook. And you can see the webhook is set successfully. Now you can see my local emulator is stopped, but still if I go to Telegram and say hi, it will send back the same text. So I hope this video helps you and you can gain some knowledge from this video. And as I say in all my videos, imagination is the only limitation you can have. See you in the next video. Peace.